book lovers, it is G-Swizz here, and I'm here today to talk about the books that I want to read in August. August. Where is the year gone? I'm not gonna lie, I'm really happy that it's going by very quickly because that means we're gonna get to summer soon. You guys don't know, I'm in Australia, so don't say it's already summer, please, because it's not here. This month, I actually don't know how much I'm gonna get read. I got a bunch read between June and July. Still need to do wrap-ups for June and July. That's gonna be a really long video. Brace yourself. But the TBR portions of the month are a lot easier to make. And also, they motivate me to read more. This being said, I don't know how much I'm gonna get read in August because, surprise, I'm switching jobs. And I'm not just switching jobs, I'm gonna start working in publishing. That's the big surprise. So starting from the second week of August, I will start working in publishing, and it's so surreal to me. And you would think that maybe people in publishing would read more, but when it comes to going into another job, I mean, especially the job that I started in and I'm currently finishing, it was really hard to find a balance between reading and working. And I understand that you guys might be thinking, but you know, you do read a lot. Well, that was kind of my form of escape. Every single lunch break, I dedicated to reading. I literally had to walk out of the building to make sure that I got my reading time and also my commute time, and I was satisfied with that. But when it comes to balancing out new jobs, you never know how much reading time you're gonna get. This being said, I'm not gonna put too many high expectations on myself, and I also want to give myself enough time to adjust into my new position. I am not gonna share too much, only because I don't know how much I'm allowed to share. That being said, I still have planned a TBR around August, but I don't expect to read as much as I read in the last few months. So without further ado, let's get into my TBR. I'm gonna start off with some books that I don't have physically with me. I did not read The Queen Will Betray You by Sarah Henning. The reason why I did not read it is because it is at my former workplace at the moment, and Sydney is under lockdown, but I'm going to have to risk going out there to collect all of my mail and to pack up everything from my desk. So that will probably be happening this week, and that means that I will have a physical copy of The Queen Will Betray You. I will also have a physical copy of Wings of Shadow by Nikki Palpretto, and I did not read this series as well due to the circumstances of lockdown. I left it at work, and so that means that I also need to get to the other two books. I don't really have an excuse now. I'm finally going to collect my copy of Wings of Shadow. Shouldn't have gotten them sent to my workplace, but it was the easiest thing at the time.
Well, that was a lie. It wasn't technically the easiest thing at the time. It's because the book depository doesn't let you ship to parcel lockers. Yeah, that's why.
When I look back at it in hindsight, when it comes to lockdowns, it is the worst possible thing to do. But you know, I did that. I got it sent to my workplace. I had to reap the consequences of it for like the last 2 months of being in lockdown. Well, actually the last month of being in lockdown. Now we're the second month. I'm losing track of the time. I don't even remember what day it is today. I've lost all sense of social interaction. This trilogy needs to get read, and I don't actually remember if I got anything else sent to my workplace, but those are the two primary book series that I do remember having their finales getting sent to my workplace that I do need to collect. Another book that I am getting sent out to me that has not been sent, it's the book that's going to be coming in the July bookish box, and that, my friends, is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. It hasn't been sent out because there has been a publishing delay in the special editions that they're doing. They have like a bunch of customized things in the hardback, which is really cool, which I'm really excited about, but I'm really excited to get to These Hollow Vows. It will probably happen towards the end of August if I do end up getting to it. If not, then I'll just read it in September. It's pretty much been marketed as Sarah J Maas books meets Holly Black books, got Fae, and I'm pretty sure that the protagonist is a human entering the Fae world. I don't know much about it besides that. What I do know is that it just seems like another series that is up my alley based on the books that I read. So I'm very much looking forward to getting to These Hollow Vows. It will happen sometime this season. Speaking of Fae, I have been considering this, and I don't know whether it's gonna happen this week or not. Considering this week is going to be my less busy week of the month because this next coming week is my final week of my current job, and so I've decided to dedicate this week potentially in reading slash rereading, partially rereading The Cruel Prince series by Holly Black. I know, okay. Let's go back to, I don't know, 2017 when this book first came out. I reviewed it on my channel. I received an advance reader copy of it. And every single time I read it, I forget almost everything that happens except for that entire page where there's a letter that keeps on saying Jude, 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 Jude. It sounds scarier on the audiobook. Only thing that I remember about Cruel Prince series is all the incorrect tweets of Jude and Cardan, to the point that I don't even know what story I read anymore. I don't remember the plot. I don't remember what happened. I just remember that these people absolutely cannot stand each other, but at the very same time, they just want to get into each other's pants. I don't know. Does this couple actually need help? Is this couple actually a couple? Why do people ship these people? I'm trying to remember. I really actually don't remember. They seem to want to hurt each other at every turn. This being said, me venting out this frustration, I am coming to the conclusion that I just need to reread the series to understand why people ship them, but also actually I didn't even read The Queen of Nothing anyway. For me, it just doesn't even make sense. I don't know what happened in the end anyway. This entire segment, I feel like, has just been one big scrambled egg of me just venting out confused thoughts about The Cruel Prince. I gotta understand why everybody loves them so much. I've been recently reading The Alchemists of Loom / the Loom Saga by Elise Kova, and I read the first 2 books in the series. I was gonna continue on with the 3rd yesterday, but I felt really tired yesterday, so I just simply didn't. I don't know if I'm getting mentally drained due to the lockdown, or actually it's probably my insomnia. It's probably my insomnia. This being said, I do want to finish the series. I don't love it as much as Air Awakens, but I do like it even more than the Vortex Visions. Let's just say that. It's taken a fascinating turn. The first book, you were thrusted into this world that you didn't know anything about, and you were kind of like almost expected to in a way. I don't know, like it felt like that at first. And then when you got to the second book, the world building just got easier to navigate and the characters just got much more lovable. I don't know, like I felt like I could connect with them, because the first book, it just felt like there was so much mystery around them and there was so much mistrust. Now I feel like I trust the characters enough, and I think I'm gonna trust them even more going into this book in particular. So Rebels of Gold is the conclusion, and am I ready for the conclusion? I don't know. We'll see. I think it is definitely the next book that I'm gonna be reading. And again, this book or this series will probably either happen this month or it will happen in September. I'm probably actually expecting it to happen in September most likely, and that, my friends, is the Shattered Realms series by Cinda Williams-Scheimer. I'm still putting it on here just in case I end up getting to it earlier. I cannot wait to read the Shattered Realms series, and I purposely put it on my TBR for this quarter because last year in this quarter I read the Seven Realms series by Cinda Williams-Scheimer, and I loved it so much and I wanted to continue on straight to the Shattered Realms, but I was thinking to myself, if I do, then I'm probably going to have the worst book hangover possible. So I want to distance myself between the 2 spin-off series. And now that I think about it, I recently read a spin-off series of a series that I absolutely love, and I ended up being disappointed in it. I don't know if I've mentioned this previously on my channel, but I enjoyed the Air Awakens series, and I did not like the Vortex Chronicles of the Air Awakens series. Now that I think about this in hindsight, I'm so happy that I've distanced myself an entire year away from the Seven Realms series so that I could kind of just enjoy the Shattered Realms series for its own. And I understand that we are going to be following the children / the descendants of the previous series. I'm interested in seeing how that goes, because it didn't really go well for me in the Vortex Chronicles, unfortunately. So I'm hoping it goes better for me in here, and being that I now kind of have lower expectations and know not to expect too much of the main characters of the Seven Realms series, I think I'm going to enjoy the Shattered Realms series more. And this one's just like on a whim. I feel like I'm slowly running out of series to read, and I've got to find some more. I'm putting an independently published series on here. I might get to Supernatural Academy this month. I don't know. I have no idea what to expect, but what I do know is that it's a romance that has to do with Supernatural School. I really don't actually know much besides it. More series to read. Also, I kind of auto buy books, but also if it's kind of like a new fantasy, paranormal, sci-fi, if it falls under one of those categories and if it looks like it's gonna be a good time, you bet I'm gonna try it. And there are a lot more books on that TBR, or at least on my wish list, that fall under that category. Don't know what to expect because I've never read anything by Jaime and Eve before. I think all I really want is just like at least one book with Dark Academia vibes before I get back to the Crave series, you know? The final book / series I gotta mention here is the Covenant series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I was actually very close to picking this book series up before I decided to pick up the Loom Saga. I don't regret reading the Loom Saga. I read the Loom Saga after I finished Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. That book series gave me such a book hangover to the point that now I'm thinking about it it, and I realized I think I would have appreciated The Alchemist of Loom even more if I distanced myself away from the Serpent and Dove series. But I also didn't want to spend too much time grieving. I just wanted to get over all of my grief from Gods and Monsters. So my original goal was to actually read the Covenant series after reading Serpent and Dove series, and that never happened. I just decided maybe I'll read a trilogy instead of a 5-book series. Maybe I needed to read a paranormal series. So I'm thinking of making this one of my next reads. I mean, pretty much like, I know it has to get in line. I know it does, but at the very same time, Jennifer L. Armentrout has helped me a lot throughout my book hangover phases. So I'm hoping that the Covenant Saga will help me. I feel like this is the series I've been saving for when I do end up going through a book hangover. I think to myself, okay, one time I'm going to have a really bad reading slump and it's not going to be fun. What new series am I going to pick up to help me with that? I think to myself, it's the Covenant Saga, and that is the reason why I haven't actually read it yet, because I've been saving it for a special time to do that. I don't actually expect much from this. I don't even know what the series is really about, to be honest, but I just know because Jennifer L. Armentrout has an addictive writing style that it's probably going to work out for me. I guess that's going to be it for this video today, book lovers. I hope you enjoyed the TBR video and also the life update. Oh look, my camera battery is going to run out, so this is a perfect time to do the outro. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. Join the amazing community of book lovers. And also, I have social medias. Matt GSwizzleBooks on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/gswizzle. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace.
Started out with half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.